Hey y'all, Canuck. Congratulations on first. Happy Canada Day. The day that it is the most deserved for Canuck to get first. Welcome in. We're gonna do a little bit more Minas Tirith building. I do not remember my mic being as prominent in this scene. I guess I did move the camera a little bit yesterday, but here we are. Look at this guy. We're 2 instruction books in. We are almost 2 boxes in. We're not quite. Here's what we built so far. From the front, we've got our front little section here of wall that took probably the first 3-ish streams, I think. This whole front section with the front gate that opens for us. We've got a market on the inside over here. We've got a little armory over here. And then this back section has taken us the rest of the stream so far. We built up some walls on the front and around. And back here, last stream, we put together our throne room with Denethor here. His little tomatoes, his feast. We've got our 2 statues of the kings of Gondor hanging out here. I think I'm gonna do what we did last time. And this front area, I think I'm gonna remove for this stream, and we're gonna build onto this middle area because I don't expect to have to put anything on these walls this stream. That way we'll have a little bit more space freed up for the stream. It does help that that these come apart. I mean, technically all Legos come apart. There we are. But I'm gonna put these over here. We're not gonna worry about them today, but I like to keep them at least attached initially at the beginning and the end of stream so y'all can see all the progress that we've done as a whole on the set. So this guy is gonna be what we build off of. I'm gonna move my next bag. I've only got 1 bag out right now. We're on bag number 35 out of 60. So only a little bit more than halfway done. The pictures, actually, I can show y'all. Y'all see this here. If I go over to the Lego scene, here's the picture. We've got to build a little bit up on like this tower here. I've got it over here, but we've got to build this little layer of wall, this little layer of wall, and then this little terrace up top with a steeple, and then the upper sections of the mountain as well. So we do have a bit to go, although each layer is going to get a little bit smaller as we go up. So I'd imagine we're probably not quite 2/3 of the way there yet, but we're more than halfway. Just based on the difference between the box numbers and the bag numbers and what we're seeing here. So I'm going to go ahead and open up bag number 35 and we'll get into it. I think I'm just going to put, actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull out the other bags. I'm going to put them somewhere for safekeeping for now. And we'll work on those a little bit later. And then this box is going to be my trash box. Since we did not do one a couple streams ago, I want to make sure we still have a trash box. Loki, welcome in. That was a very apt sound of it, because we're building Lego Lord of the Rings. Welcome in. We do have to hydrate. Let me get this open, and then got our water here, our good old water. Loki, we're starting on bag 35. This is stream number 7 of our Lego Minas Tirith build. And here, this isn't even all of what we have so far, but this is this is the last section we did. I've got the front section up here on the actual desk where y'all can't see it out of the way. And today we're starting instruction book number 3 out of 3. There are 60 total bags, but it's this guy here that y'all can see on the screen. This upper area is what this instruction book is gonna cover. So I'm real interested to see if we start out building directly on top of this section back here, or if it's gonna be kind of its own build. I'm kind of hoping it's gonna be its own. I don't know how to build, so I would just get characters. Interesting you mentioned that, because I believe, well, I'll go ahead and read it and then we'll see what we're starting out with. The Court of the Fountain. Up at the top, as the story nears its end, enter the Court of the Fountain, where every stone carries the weight of Gondor's history. Within the 7th level, seats of power have commanded the fate of kingdoms. At the highest level in the Citadel of Minas Tirith grows the White Tree of Gondor. At the Court of the Fountain, you can almost hear the trickling water next to the White Tree, awaiting the arrival of Gondor's true king. With Aragorn and Arwen minifigures, the courtyard sets the stage for tales of hope and renewal. And the journey doesn't end here, you can return anytime. And here we go, we start out with a minifigure. Not just any minifigure though, a mini minifigure. I'm gonna start putting him together here, but you see how short his legs are? I don't want to be in a battle, but waiting on the edge of one I can't escape is even worse. This is our little man Pippin, our little hobbit. He's got a cape in here. See if we can pull it out. It's the green one. I've got some other items in here that we will use at a later date. So where Gandalf's cape came from. But we'll go ahead and put Pippin's little cape on. Let's see, does he have... He has 2 different faces. I'm gonna give him the more angry one. More ready for battle. This cape is pretty big for a little hobbit. I guess that's the point. Uh-oh. Oh, we're close. It's hard to keep this in this. Then we put him in a safe room. Yes, we need to put him in a safe room. Actually, he didn't stay in the safe room. He did go out and fight. But he'll definitely be fortified. He'll definitely be fortified. Let me try and align this a little bit. Here he is with his little cape. And I'm going to give him his hair too. That's probably important. Here we have Mr. Pippin the Hobbit. I'm going to put him over here with the other minifigures so far, since we don't have an actual space to put him in. I mean, we got plenty of space in here, but actually, I could put him right here, next to the throne room where he'd be singing to Denethor. Right there. So Denethor is here at his little table, and we got Pippin hanging out over here. All right, bag number 35. It looks like we're starting out kind of with our own little foundation, our own little support structure. So maybe we won't have to worry about this big section over here yet, but I am keeping it over here on the side just in case. Hopefully y'all can hear everything okay. I do have a bit of this set right in front of the mic, which I'm hoping is not going to be a problem. But I think it probably picks up my voice. But if y'all experience anything different, feel free to let me know, and we will readjust as needed. Let me make sure I'm actually putting these together the right way. We've had a few mishaps recently where I've had to go back and rework some things. So this guy goes on a couple off here because we're gonna stick you here like that. So this part will likely just be a little bit of, we're just building up some structure. We're not gonna really see too much happen for these first few steps if it's similar to the previous builds, previous build portions, but oh, that's interesting. Oh, I've got a smaller plate. Which I use all the plates. If it was up to me, I would put all characters in a baby safe room so they would be safe and not do things to be in danger. I feel you. Well, they did try to put Pippin to keep him safe. Well, no, I guess I'm thinking of Merry. Pippin was there because he was making bad decisions as a punishment. But Merry got rode on horseback with Eowyn, even though both of them were supposed to stay behind. And I guess it ended up working out all right, but it could have been bad. Let's see. I should have a little 1x4 flat white piece. Oh, over here in the small bag. Working on building up this bottom structure here now. This is gonna go right here. I'm a character-based person, yeah. Well, we'll see if we can find homes for all of them once we build the whole thing. We do have Gandalf and his horse. We've got a couple soldiers as well. Gandalf would be a good one to stand right inside the initial walls, I think, with his horse. Okay, let's put these guys together themselves first. Let's see. We got this guy. He's gonna go right here, and that's gonna go right here. So we end up with this little plate. Got a big triangle to go on. Then over here, Gandalf will stay safe so he doesn't get hurt. Yeah, right inside the doors. And then it can be dramatic when they open too. Gandalf on the horse. We got our semi-round piece over here. It's gonna end up connecting just like that. I'm trying to pay attention to the number of studs we got around. Back on the other side here, just got a couple pieces. A lot of these like structural build-up sections don't end up taking too long. And I'm kind of looking, we don't have a ton of smaller pieces, so this will probably be, I'll say it'll probably be one of the shorter bags. It's not guaranteed. We'll see how detailed the smaller pieces get, but then we can get into the pretty stuff. I've got a little here, not this one though. Need the other side. Maybe it is this one. Oh, it definitely is this one. So here we've got what we've made so far. It's like we're building up a little bit more structure over here. I do not quite see, okay, never mind. I'm gonna say I don't quite see where this goes, but I think we got there. Here maybe, and then here I think is what we're looking at on the instructions. Flip this guy back over and we'll build a little bit more onto this. I do not have, oh I see, I'm looking for the wrong piece here. I'm gonna put the little guy here, even smaller guy there, and we'll get into our longer pieces. This one is the other wing, like that. Yeah, and I was a little worried when we opened up the instruction book and it said, all right, you're going to be building the little courtyard, but that's going to be, I assume, at the very end. I was like, we shouldn't be there yet. We're not, we still got a couple more levels to build. Let's hold off for a moment. Nah, I just wanted to give us a little blurb. Right. This guy ends up getting put right over here. Oh, and then this blue piece is the attachment point. So technically this could move if this white piece wasn't here where it was. Got a little flat one before. I keep forgetting where that is. Oh, that doesn't quite go where I thought it did. It actually... No, I think I was close. Now, this is interesting though, because I've got this one stud off. It's actually supposed to be one stud higher like that, which seems a little more flimsy. Need to exaggerate that. And we'll put it on the next section, because then we can put our 2x2 here, and that's what we look like. Thank you, Loki. I appreciate it. I think, there we go. Yes, that's looking better now. Okay, and this is where we're gonna get a little bit more support. So we got some tiling to work on over here. I believe we're gonna start right there. Should be fairly straightforward. We'll just move up and up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the next ones are, oh, that's the wrong way, isn't it? The next one is gonna be after this at least. Next two are going to be triangles. Like that. Not quite connected, but that's okay. And then we've got 3 more that are going to actually be this way. I think that's what we're looking at. I am looking a little bit to see these 5 of these. Okay, so this guy is gonna go over here somewhere. I guess maybe we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I don't know which way it's supposed to go. I think it's gonna go this way. We'll cross that bridge now. Like that. So we got a little bit of filling up here still, but I wanted to at least get the outline down, because now all this stuff should be simple. We've got a little tan 1x1 we need to put over here. Lighter tan square up above. Got 1 more of these lighter tan squares to go. There we have it. I think that's what our instructions look like. Pretty good. So we'll flip back over here, and all we got here is one little connection point. And kind of, there we are, like that. Keep the angle in place, like we did up here. So on both sides. We got a couple just stray pieces here that it wants us to put in. Number one is going to go on the angled piece right here. Number two has a little bump, and it wants to make sure we know to put that where it's supposed to go. Number three is a little canister. So there we have it. Ooh, a couple little contraptions. We do love our contraptions. Oh, we've got our sword that we never did with Pippin. Put it over here next to him. Can't forget about that. Let's see. So this brown box here, like a little coffee cup. I'm sure that's not what it's supposed to be. Here's what it looks like. And that's gonna go right up here at the top on that section. Then we got another box to build. That one I actually expected to be a little bit more complicated than it was. It'll go right here, like that. All right. Next up, oh, we've got one of these masonry bricks. That guy, he's gonna go over here. And the other one, I believe, is parallel on the other side here, a little slanted piece. Ooh, okay, and that is the end of this section, but we will build on it in a moment, I'm sure. But for the next step, we start out with a nice green piece, a green marker piece. I love a color marker, so that we know exactly what we're attaching to. Let me see. Okay, this is gonna be offset there. Then we'll take our 1x4. Our 2x3. And then our 1x3. So keep adding on. We do have our little hinge piece here, another one. That'll probably end up holding an angle in place. A cool little theme that we've been seeing. Still got a few more to go. Got this U-shaped piece here. Goes on the bottom. Oh, and we're gonna add our arch to it. Good guy. And a 1x4 on the end. And we're gonna keep extending it. I think we gotta get a bit longer to make this still. Got a masonry brick we're gonna put over here. And a little plate. Baby plate, there we are. Oh, but that's gonna go the other way actually. Again. So this actually has to stick out on the side of the arch. There we are. Like that. Next up, we got another hinge, so we are building a bit longer. We'll take our little flat 1x4 and then add another brick. So now we got 2 hinges here for our section. On top of these, we've got this little hook that hangs down next to the bricks. Got a 1x6 and a 1x3. Top of these guys with some other pieces that'll make them flush. And then on this end, you got nothing because they're already flush. And that is all for this section. Now we integrated in. Putting them together. Let's see. So it looks like so this piece I've got on backwards. The little hook goes around the other side. I didn't realize that. I thought we were there. So this guy hooks here. Okay, I'm gonna trust the process on this one because I don't quite see it. Actually, I'm gonna wait to trust the process a little bit. Fourth stud in. It's gonna go right here. And our first stud goes here. This guy goes right here, and then this guy hooks in. Okay. So here's what we're looking at. We do have this guy that has some motion right now. But it looks like it's intended to sit here for the time being, and we'll probably end up connecting them. We'll see. Let's see. We'll start building some more support. Siri's talking to me. No, stop. I said its name again. Okay, we'll start this here to make sure we get the right piece on with the little hole. Okay, we should be good. We got another one here. We got a couple little masonry bricks here and there. And there we have it. So there's bag 35. Not too far along. Oh, we've got a bed that we're gonna move. I do have some extra pieces, including a sword and a coffee cup, so I'll go put those over here. And we'll start on bag 36. I guess we're building a bed with maybe the king. See, this bag has quite a few more smaller pieces. That's kind of how the walls that we built were. They're all micro scale, so they had a lot more smaller detailed pieces. So it just ended up taking a little bit longer to build up all those details. Okay, I think that's all right. Just smallest amount of organization. We'll go ahead and start building this bed here. Let's see, on either side of the head, we got these light blue green pieces. Let's go ahead and do this like it wants us to. So these little curved pieces make up. These kind of curved pieces make up the blanket. I think one of the cats isn't feeling good. Bubby threw up. Okay, I'm gonna go take a break. I'm gonna go help take care of Bubby. He's not feeling very good, but here's the beginning of our bed. Give me a few minutes. We'll go check on the kitties. We'll make sure they're okay. I'll be right back. Thank y'all for hanging out. I'll put the bed somewhere we can see it. The beginning of the bed. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. Bubby throwed up. All right, we're here. I don't know if y'all heard that or not. Here he is. This is Bubby. He's doing okay. He just had a little bit of an upset tummy. And he's using his claws. He doesn't want me to hold him out to y'all. He doesn't love being held. But here he is. Mr. Bud. Whoa. I'm gonna let him go so he doesn't scratch up my entire shirt. He does not love being held. He just throwed up a little bit. He's very sweet. He just throwed up a little bit. He just wasn't feeling very good. Is that a cat? Yes, that was Bubby. That's one of our two cats. We got Bubby and Norm. Bubby's shadows do not work very well with the camera, but it was. But he's doing better now. We wanted to show y'all that he was doing good. He was just having a moment. Okay, let's keep building this little bed. Looks like we got a couple more of these. I do like this light bluish green. He's been hiding under the couch all day, but he did finally come out to come visit. Man, see, already cat hair everywhere. We got those guys. Oh, and we also got a couple one by one to put on the bottom. I think his defense mechanism is shedding his hair. He likes to shed. There we are. Oh, we'll start building up the pillow a little bit in a second. Let's do the footboard and the start of the posts. More cat hair. Here's the beginnings of our pillow. Right there. Where is the rest of our pillow? Is an important question. One that I can't answer yet. Where is it? It's not really a small piece. It must be hiding under something. Yeah, there it is. It was upside down. I didn't recognize it. Here's the rest of the pillow. Like that. And then we gotta build part of the headboard as well. And posts. Uh-oh. That one's gone forever. Not really, I found it. That one was almost gone forever too. Okay. Note to self, those pieces would like to escape. Okay, we'll start doing the pillars. We've got some trim on the headboard and footboard that we'll add. Nice. And then a couple taller posts on the footboard end. And there's what our bed is looking like so far. Let's see, we've got more posts to put and these guys to put on either post. Be a little bit tall. And this is probably Pippin's safe room with the bed. Given the quote, you're gonna have to do as you're told, Peregrine Toad. Ridiculous Hobbit, guard of the Citadel, Gandalf. We're gonna put him right where he's supposed to go, which I believe is gonna be right over here. I think that's what we're looking at. Yeah. So we got the little bed and the little mug hanging out in this room. Oh, this looks like a fireplace. This looks like it might be a fireplace. We did have another blue piece. Yeah, there it is. Blue piece in the fireplace. And then we'll put more arches over this. Let me make sure these are lined up. I think that's okay. So here's what we're working with right now. We'll kind of build this part separately as instructed. let's see, you got a little window here. And then our top trim that matches the bed. Like that. And this is going to go right up on top. I guess it doesn't matter orientation since the bottom piece is symmetrical. And here's what we're working with. We got a couple of pillars as well that match the bed. That are going to go on either side. So maybe not a fireplace, but it's like a mantle. Because here we've got a little candle. And our little flames. And we'll make sure they all are properly lined up. Candle's gonna go over here. And the chalice I have yet to find. Should have a little chalice piece. I'm sure I saw it. There it is. That's a cute little scene. That right there. And it's gonna go on this wall adjacent to the bed right there. Looks like we got a little chair to build. All these little minifigure scale sets of furniture. There's the back of the chair. I was wondering what that piece was going to be for. And this is going to go right in front here. Like so. So now we've got our little chair in our bedroom. Our little scene. Whoa. That almost ended badly. We also, I thought we were going to connect something. I guess we technically are connecting. Make sure we put those there. I thought I was going to need another piece. I almost lost that. Not quite. Okay, so it's going to be the squares without the hole in them here. Sure those are aligned properly. There we are. Oh, I've got a 1-2 that I almost missed. That's gonna go, I think, right behind, yeah, right behind the chair. And then our 1x1s don't have the hole. But it's just one of them. So there we go. Ooh, this is gonna be like a gate or something. So I'll find all these cat hairs. I feel like I have cat hair all over me now. It is his defense mechanism. Okay, so we need 8 of these. And they're everywhere except the edges of the long area. So the middle 4 pieces, we'll get them. And then there's something else on the 2 edges. Which is these, no, maybe. Oh, there's nothing else on them, but there's something that goes over them, this guy. I'm bringing Bubby hair with me. And then we've also got a couple flat 1x1s. I'm gonna go here. And on the other side, interestingly enough. There we've got that little fence area. We've only got, well, we got a couple things to do here. We'll do these 4 white pieces. Continuation of the fence. Region on either side. More cat hairs following me around. The black cat hairs and this white side are not a good combo. Not a good combo. We should have 4 pieces here. Yeah. This is also the one without the hole in it. So from this balcony, Gandalf and Pippin see the city of Osgiliath and the fires of Mordor. So this kind of a fence. More of a balcony, kind of a fence. So this sets right here, I believe. Right there. Then we've got a long piece. Got 3 little pieces here that are gonna go on top of this, on this railing. And that's gonna go right here. Then we've got these guys. And the dark gray 1x1s. Here you go, Loki, watch this. That's the, how do I point on this? That's the cat that we just saw. That's him squeezing his way out from the couch, where he's not supposed to get, but he does it daily. Okay, looks like we got a little bit of a wall section here. Not quite as crazy as some previously, but still doesn't call for a little bit of alignment. There we are. Our little brick. I got a couple gray 1x1s that go back here. Oh man, I had that nice and aligned. I'm gonna have to do that over again, aren't I? Yeah. We've got another gray 1x1 that goes up on top. it's the last one, and then we got another one that I gotta go find. Here's what we're looking like. Our little slanted piece on the side. And that's gonna go right up by this wall. Oh, it's actually gonna go right up on top of this little 1x2 we put here. It fits perfectly right there. Nice. Angled and all. Alright, we got these corners now to use. Let me make sure I'm orienting things properly. I guess it will get oriented as I'm putting these together, but we got that guy. About 1x2 on top. Like that. Little upside down chair. Got another 1x2. See, that was another one. I thought that was the last one we had, and then another one popped up on the instructions. Said, uh-oh, I don't have that, and then lo and behold, right in front of me. In my very face. These little like 3/4 round pieces are a little tough to align sometimes. Oh, okay, and then this goes right here. So I guess maybe that's the door. There we are. Oh, we got some, it looks like columns here that we're gonna build up. Oh, this cat here, it continues to materialize. I need to just like wipe off the whole table in a second once we get through this bag. I think I held Bubby over the top of the table. His defense mechanisms engaged. And he just shed a whole layer. Shed a whole layer of hair. Alright. We got that guy that we're working on. Back around the other side here. Now we're using our 1x1s with the holes. Nice. So under no circumstances should you use these any earlier. It's very adamant that I don't use them yet, and now that we're here, just not making a big deal about it. Here we are. That means we got a minute till our first ad break. So what we're gonna do in a little less than a minute is take a break to get up and walk around. I know I did take one a little bit earlier going to check up on Bubby, but I don't want y'all to miss anything with the ads. So we will also take a pause here for our first 3-minute ad break. And we'll return when the ads have concluded so you guys don't miss anything. Let me see if I can get these pillars worked together real quickly. I got 22 seconds. I think I can do it. And they go right here. Like that. All right. We got 7 seconds. I'm going to let y'all go for the ad, and then we'll put this on when we come back. Thank y'all for hanging out. We'll be right back. Alright, I have it on good authority, you guys are back. At least according to Twitch. According to Twitch, y'all are here. We're back. Had it on Bubby a little bit. He's just hanging out in there. Hanging out in there with Hannah. We gotta put this guy on. The column detail element was originally designed as a functional component to join two LEGO Technic cross axles. That's interesting. That is kind of neat. Oh, and this is gonna go. Oh man, you know, I thought it was kind of weird that this wasn't in the middle. It was supposed to be in the middle. And now I gotta deal with that. Now I gotta deal with that somehow. I'm trying to figure out how. It is a beast to get in there with a brick separator without messing anything else up. Aha! Perfect, okay. So that guy, we put one off to the side. It was the angle, I just couldn't tell. I don't know why I would have thought it was going to be off to the side there, but... Alright, I think that's aligned. So, it's right here. Put this off to one side a little bit. Now we put our columns here. And lo and behold, look at that. We got our columns. I do feel like this guy needs to be rotated slightly for the texture to line up. How's that? Nice. I like that column detail. That's really cool. All right, on the other side over here, we're gonna go ahead and start adding to it up against this little mantle. We've got a wall. And then we've got a tall piece there. And then we're gonna connect up here and start filling out. I'm gonna actually go back to this side real quick and kind of look. I think this goes here. I think this guy goes right here. There we are. Got the other hole right here. The 1x1. We'll have a nice brick up here. Okay, that was where I was going to put them. I just wanted to make sure it was correct. There we are. So building up our little top of our wall there. Oh, and we got one more brick. Ah, see, if I had seen that, I think I would have had it right. Oh, and that's the end of this bag. We have a few extra pieces here, but given the amount of minifigure scale stuff we had and the amount of little pieces, I think that's understandable. We're going to be building a little bit more on this still, but we're going to go ahead and open up bag number 37. We got bags 37, 38, and 39 left, and then we open box number 2. We will see where that puts us time-wise. Right on bag 35 now. That would put us at 5 bags for the evening. The past couple streams, that's been a good stopping point. We'll see where we are here, because if we do run up on a natural stopping point at a good time, that may be where we stop, and then next time we would start with box number 3. But I also want to build. So we might just keep going. I'm gonna move these back for the purpose of getting this closer to y'all while we build onto it. Starting out with a little 1x1 piece is so interesting because it's so hard to get aligned. I guess maybe on the corner there it's a little easier. So So we're just working on some trim right now around the room. Not quite a full wall. Have a 1.3. Okay, that is right. We got one more there. Puppy hair. Nice. All right. Those up. Make sure we don't mix those up. I don't see any other red highlights. Oh, we have some more columns here. Okay. A little 2x2. I'm having trouble finding those. This is gonna start out just like the last one did. Oh, really, really similar, actually. Even down to these 1x1s. I think we'll just end up having a little bit taller columns than we did last time. At least like that guy. We've got our trim, just like we did before. Here we are. Okay, then these are going to be a little bit different. Be a little bit longer, and the black columns with some white. But we're also connecting 2 segments here. But same technique on the end caps. And then these all go here, and what I'll try and do is line up like we did before. At least a bit. And we've got our columns. And now over here is where we go. Nice. We do still have the columns. They're just a little harder to see. Another window over here. Here on the corner. We've got kind of like a, I guess I'll call it a mini wall. Just like that. And it'll be right here. Nice. We do have our corner here. Then we're gonna have a lone pillar, it looks like. with a little gable upside down roof piece. It goes up top. Just like that. I can kind of see it there. Our masonry brick, where is it? That may be the only one in this bag. But I guess maybe most of what we're doing, oh, the only one left in this bag, I should say. But I guess we are doing a lot of like pillar type design instead of straight up walls. All right, and speaking of pillars, we got another set. This one looks like it's going to be a little bit different here. These are going to be the ones with the big holes in them. Weird thing to check since our mishap last time. Our incident. Got those little guys. We do have a little repeated pattern here with this quarter round. There we are. I promise those are more aligned than they look. It's really the shadows. Here we go. I didn't say they were perfect, but they are better than they look. I am appreciating these sections are taking a little bit longer than the initial sections did, which were kind of bare bones at first, but they're also larger scale builds. But I'm really appreciating all the details they're putting into this, because even though this section may not be as big as what we did in some of the early streams, it's really pretty. It's really pretty. Whoops. The Lego dropper. Nice. So we got those columns now. Those three. And looks like we're gonna add a fourth. Just like we did the first. And I understand they're a little bit hard to see on the camera. But we will show the full section in a minute on the main camera if it's a little difficult to see right now. So there's those. See if this looks any better. Hang on. Yeah, like that. So we got some pillars right there. Got some pillars right here. And that's all the bedroom. Let's come back over here and see what we've got next. Just a couple little pieces. Should have 1x1s. These look like they go above the door. Or what we're assuming is the door over here. Like that. And then we've got some finishing out of the structure to do. It's actually intended to connect a bit more, which is good. There we are. Nice. We do have a little wing that goes right here and connects some sections too structurally. Like that. More connections going all the way over. And then just a 1x30. We can find such pieces. Oh, okay, then this goes on top of that rod we just put there, and so does the next one. Nice. All right. Oh, okay, and we're putting together some of the elements of previous areas too, because right over here we're going to do some of the black trim we did around the throne room areas. So we've got a couple of these we're going to put on, and it looks like they go all the way to the bottom. And I can't quite tell if we should be here, or if we should be maybe here, right in the middle. I think that looks right. Oh, we'll see. I'm not sure now. Yeah, I wish I could tell. I think we're gonna do right here. Yes, because then we're directly underneath this guy. And that's what we'll put the next piece on. I see. There we are. Then we got a couple grills, a couple grates. We go over on this side. It was a little wobbly, but it'll do. You got this guy to go here. And then we have 3 of these plates. Oops. This one goes on the inside. There we have it. Looks like a few more pieces to connect the dots. This guy will continue up here. There's a small one. And then we've got you on the inside and you on the end. It's kind of a roof piece. Like that. That's not that too far away. Oh, it doesn't show us what we're doing here. We're flying blind. Looks like the start of what could be a wall area, but I also see the top of like a turret. I do think this is a wall area they're gonna connect because it's got kind of the micro scale style where the little turret, the little roof is coming out over there. Just like that. We'll add on a little bit here. And that cylinder is supposed to poke out a bit from the wall. And then we got this guy that goes on top. It's kind of neat. Oh, okay, and it just goes right up on here. Right up on top here, it's gonna face. I think it goes right here on the edge. Yeah, because we'll have two studs there. And there we go. Another little area here to consider. Here we are. A few of these mailboxes, as we like to call them. I don't really know. Oh, I was gonna say, I don't know how those are supposed to connect, but I should have read the rest of the step. We got these little sturdy stands. Little stands that each of them are going to go into. And the mailbox facing. Just like that. Then we got some little pillars behind our spyglasses. Like that. Ooh. Got a few different pyramids here. That ends up going right on top here. And this guy goes in the gap right here. Nice. And now on bag 38, I am a little... We got some extra steps. I got a little extra rod that we didn't use, and that's maybe slightly concerning, but we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna roll right into bag 38. We're still working on this little section here. Still got some building to do. It definitely only got one small bag, but it is full of little guys. Chock full. I cannot remember the last time I said that. So first, we got a little guy right here we're gonna add. We got a big guy right here we're gonna add, and that's gonna be closer to the inside here. And some black 1x1 studs that are gonna be on the outside. This is still free to move. At least for now. We got a little section to work on. This is intentionally giving an angle here, like that. Not intentionally enough. The whole ones are tighter. Firm regret. And it's gonna attach to this wall here. Hear a kitty scratching out there. Not in here. Here we are. And then a couple 1x3 rounds out here. Okay, this will stabilize this a bit more, which is good. And then a 1x2. So we still got some flexibility on what that angle is going to be. Oh, we got our little green guy. And that is what we've got. So let's see how it attaches. Try and face this toward y'all. I got a little guy in here. This is gonna go, oh, so this section, it mirrors what we did back here, right? So we're gonna have some trim, but it sets right here next to these pillars. Just like that, nice. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. So we've got a couple tall pieces, and those are going to go on either side here. And we've got these are always like little antennas to me. They're working as different style pillars. I don't know if I got the little guy or not. There we are. I don't think I did. I think I saw him. Working on our upper trim again over these pillars. So it's a pretty similar technique. That guy goes right up on top over here. Like so. So it kind of mirrors what we had going on, just smaller pillars. Couple masonry bricks. One of them is back here, but on the inside. I didn't get him. I'm watching out for him though. And then here, it's gonna be like this, I think. And we got a little cylinder. Oh, and we got a big 2x8. Man, that one flew under the radar for me. Thought I should have gone on first. There it goes. Nice. All right, we got another set of kind of a corner wall or an edge wall, I guess. We've done a good bit of this set before, this section. This technique, if you will. But then up on the back end, got a little bit of different. We got some green highlights. See what we do over here. Doing something kind of similar. On a smaller scale. And there we have that. Goes right up on top here. So see, and there's the little edge wall here. Just a little bit more consistency. We got some top trim to work out now. Let's see. So edge wall I put down. I guess I did not catch this step, so let's go back here. A bit more to put up here to make sure it's all level with everything else. Yeah, I was like, that's not gonna work by itself. Okay. Now we got this guy. Kind of connect the dots there. And that should have captured everything there. Okay, we're adding our trim again. This time we're doubling what we did. Doubling it and giving it to the next section. But at least we know what we're trying to do now. We close the gap a little bit too with this section. That's neat. Had a little gap there. And this section will be the same way. Like that. And then we put our little leaf together. And there we go. Y'all can't see the little leaves very well from this angle, just given the shadows. But if I go here, maybe you can't really see them as well. But there's what the exterior looks like right now for this little module. We're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. Oh, okay, we got a little bit more areas of trim to put down. This is gonna come this way, it looks like. actually gonna come here, I think. There we go. Oops. Make sure we're being careful. Man, and this bag looks like it's gonna have very few extra pieces. Oh, I guess 2 extra pieces is fine. I put this guy on the wrong spot. Let's get up with this. Yeah. Right there at the right angle. Nice. Now we move on to bag 39. And I would imagine, since bag 39 is the end of box 2, that this is where we'll wrap up this intro. But I don't know if they've actually split these boxes at why there's intuitive starting points, or if it's just the instruction books. So we'll find out. We are still kind of working in a similar spot though. Where we're just adding little details to this module until it's complete. That guy, just as a starting point. I'm gonna build this one facing toward me, just to make sure I've got all the orientations right. Just like that. And then it's gonna go right over here. Just a little house here. A little house on the side. Yeah, the blending of the mini and the macro scale, especially here at this level, has been done really well. I just need a 1x1 block. No tail light it is. Go right up here. Just like that. Here we are. Another wall section that looks like it's going to go right over here. So we're probably going to build in here until we've got this section all finished up. The actual walls. Our masonry bricks have returned. Oops. And for this section, before we put it on, we're gonna look like this. And that's just gonna go right over here. Over here, a little bit of a bigger wall. We've got a 2x3 plate that goes right up on top here. And then a set of bars, set of rails, set of grates. It's probably the actual term. There we go. Little section of wall. We've got to get our little roof triangles on. Here we are. I got a little bit more. There we go. And now this goes right on the next section. Right on the next section of wall. So yeah, we are starting to enclose this in. This looks like it's going to be an outer wall for that first level. And then this will probably be on the inside. And then we'll continue adding little modules around till we complete the outer wall. Looks like we've got another little set of walls to work. Hey, Bubby, I didn't even know you were in here. I just saw a little tail wander out. A little tail wander out. That guy. There we are. Just like that. Got a couple more on top. What's up, Opti? Welcome in. We're finishing up the little bedroom module we've got, which I believe it's the first section of the, I guess, the next layer up of Minas Tirith. First section of instruction booklet number 3. Okay, here we go. So now we have the Eggo waffles collab with Legos. I feel like there's a distant memory in there. I feel like I slightly remember them existing, but I don't remember anything else about them. I'm sure they looked like Lego bricks. They had to have. Lego my Eggo. I mean, it was right there. Is it actually where the catchphrase came from? I don't know if I knew that. It would make some sense though. Some of the upper trim here we're working on. Let's make sure we do these steps in order. How about? Just a self-sanity check. Sneaking a peek at the next step. Hope you have a space ready for the finished build. I have started finding a space for the finished build. I've still got plenty. This is bag 39. We got 60 bags, so I got probably at least 3 more streams before we finish this one. I got a little bit of time. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna start Rivendell until I've at least got a place this lives, even if it's a temporary home. it needs somewhere other than this table that I'm building it on to live. I gotta figure out when a good time to start Rivendell would be. I don't know that I'm really planning on doing them super back to back, but we'll see. Oh, the saxophone Gandalf jamming as an alert would be really good. That would be really good. Oh, see, look, I'm already skipping down to the next step, and I shouldn't be doing that. Hang on, let me finish up the step above. I said it, and then guess my brain said, oh, you want to go to the next one. Good Lego build right now, it would be perfect. That may be something I need to think about and see if I can get in there. That would be really good. I had a buddy at one of my internships that set that video up on all of his. He had a whole bunch of all the interns sat in the same room. We had a whole bunch of monitors, all of our computers set up, and he put that video up on like 4 to 6 of them, and had them all synced up, and it was really good. Some of the interns were like, "What is this?" and some of them, and the rest of us were like, "Yep, this is how it was made to be." As the meme to have it on every monitor in the room, yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, that would be a funny alert. I'd have to think of what command it would be. I mean, unless it was just sax. Could just be sax. Or Gandalf. Exclamation mark. Jam. Game jam. That would be good. That would be a good global emote. The Gan Jam. So we're working. It's really cool through this build because we've kind of been working the interior of the room we just built was minifigure scale, and the outside like parts of the walls have things like these that are like micro scale, like little buildings and stuff, and it's really impressive how well they have merged the two without them like conflicting too hard. Get these little clips together. There we go. And this is gonna go right over here. Little terrace. Mini terrace. This does still move. I don't know if it's supposed to or not, but I feel that we will cross that bridge when we get to it. Sword blades recolored here in white provide elegant balustrade supports. Ooh, okay, we got 2 of these to build. Trying to make sure these are lined up well and in the right orientation. So just like that, we've got good right there with the balustrade. We've lined up. Let's see if they are aligned. They look pretty aligned to me. That's kind of neat. It's really cool how you've got multiple different types of balustrades and supports and such all throughout the build too. Although we do have a lot of these little claw guys, which I still haven't quite figured out, so go figure. Consistency. I don't know if they're like banners, mini banners or what. And then we've got just a teeny little, it's like a birdhouse, a little birdhouse. Ooh, okay, we got some trimming to work on here. We have had some similar trim pieces to this. Trim techniques earlier in the build. So no big surprises. There we are. That's really neat. Oh, and I just realized this isn't flush because I didn't fully read the instructions. I just slapped that one guy on there. There we go. Well, maybe it was flush and now it's not, but it's not supposed to be. So that's the difference. Let's see, make sure this guy gets lined up for me. There we are. Ooh, and now we move on to bag number 40, which is also the beginning of box number 2. I'm gonna start getting out this box. We do have, looks like we got 4.5 minutes till the next ad. So we'll be able to start this box, assuming I can get it open, which is a big assumption. Had a little bit of trouble. Oh, actually, I am gonna have to go get something to open it. I don't have a pocket knife on me or anything to open the tape, but we'll at least open this up and get out. Box number 3 here. Let me show y'all what we're working with. So different graphic here. It's the top down. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. So the top, well, this actually shows more than just the top 2 layers, but it shows the top as it will appear when complete. I'm gonna have to go grab something to cut this tape with. I think I'm gonna go ahead and take our little ad break. It'll be a little bit longer because I'll come back when the ad is finished. I'm back ready to open this guy up and start bag number 40, starting with Faramir the minifigure. So let's take a little bit of a longer break, walk around a little bit, go see the kitties, and we'll be back in about 6 minutes. Thank y'all for hanging out. I appreciate it. We'll be right back. All right, we're back, and we have the means to open box number 3. Have received the means. I do have a piece over here. It's very interesting. A couple pieces over here. These 2 pillars on the outside of like the window section are not actually connected to the top, which is interesting, but I guess it's okay as long as nothing knocks them out of the way. Okay, so we don't have a place to put this yet on top. I can only assume it's gonna go like right here. I think I solved the puzzle. Hang on. I'm gonna go ahead and open this, and then I'll show y'all what I just did. I solved part of the puzzle is what happened. This guy has a little piece of tape on it, so I learned my lesson after the first box to make sure I had the means to open the second box. I actually was not sure we were gonna start the third box today, so. Whoops. Try not to knock the whole thing off. That would be so tragic. Also, it would have taken my life with it, so. Alright. So, we do have that open. However, I do need to show y'all what we just did. So I'll put this guy up here. We'll move this whole guy right here. So we said this rounded piece probably is going to align with the outer walls over here. Look at this. If we put this right here, that's got to be where that goes. That's got to be where that goes. I'm going to push it in place. I'm going to put it in place right there. And we'll let it tell us that we're wrong. Because we very well might be. Look at that. That's neat. All right. So we're building up a little bit. Let me show y'all what it looks like from the front. With our little extra, a little half a tier extra over there. I'm gonna keep this. Oh, I'm gonna put the sword in Pippin's hand while I remember. He does not want to hold this sword. There we go. I don't have to bend up his cape or anything. All right. And we're going to keep this oriented this way and sitting way over here. Obviously, we barely have a place for this right now on the desk that I'm building it on. We're going to open the box. All right. So this box, I assume, if my assumption of 60 bags, which I'm sure I read somewhere, I don't think I made that up, is correct, then we should be starting with bag number 40 in here and have all the way to bag number 60. So I am going to do a little bit of numbering organization here. Here's number 40. Here's 59. There's a 60. 60. 59. 1. 38. Go over here. 53. Just trying to make sure we're at least somewhat have the right organization order. 44, 142, and 43 over here. We'll call these 60 to 55. And once we find 54, right there, we'll do 54 to 50. See, making sure we're stacking them more, and then we'll do, actually, we'll do 54 to 49. After that, 57. Okay. Then we've got $44 and up. And now we're on bag 45. So let me move these over. Put these right there. And after a lot of loud shuffling, we're officially on the last box. We're officially on the last box. Here we go. We're gonna start out here with a minifigure. Start out here with a little minifigure. If y'all were here a little bit earlier, y'all heard what it was. Or if you can read the small print on the instructions here. All right. Put them together. We got his torso. Some of these bigger pieces off to the side here. We got his hair. We got his legs. Go ahead and put his torso and legs together. And just see the patterning there. Printed legs on all these minifigures. We actually have, oh, and I've just realized, I'm gonna pull everything out of here. So I did note that Pippin's cape looked a little large for him. I believe that is because it was not Pippin's cape. And it was in fact Faramir's. That is a true statement. Okay, so we'll put Faramir's cape on him. Where did his torso go? There it is. I knew I should have checked. That's Pippin's head. That's better. It doesn't quite swallow him as much. Here's our man Faramir. And he gets a sword too. Of course. So long as we can find it. Uh-oh. I'm having trouble snapping the swords into the hands. Oh. There we go. It's a little bit weird. Trying not to bunch up his cape or anything. There's Faramir. I'm gonna put him over right now with Gandalf and the Gondor soldiers over on the side. Pippin we gotta put back together and put his rightful cape on. Since we accidentally gave him the big one, it was I made the comment that it was too big for him, and I was like, well, I guess that's kind of the point. His clothes are too big for him because they were made for a Gondor, a human Gondor soldier. And then what do we know? We did actually put the wrong one on him. There's Pippin as he's intended. So we'll put him over here, back in the mess hall with Denethor. In the mess hall, in the throne room. We got Faramir. Just his hair a little bit more, actually. Trying to make sure his cape is centered. All right, moving on to the next. So we've got a separate little module here, and this looks like it's gonna be, this section looks like it's gonna go on top right above this, as far as I can tell, because I think I can see the curve of the interior wall here, and that black trim is also gonna line up. Let me make sure I put your remaining minifigure fabrics back in here. Surprise tools that will help us later. And let's start this next module. We'll see how many bags we get through tonight. We're already at 2 hours and 16 minutes. Maybe we'll go a little bit longer tonight than we have been. We'll see. I feel like I say things like that and then I'm like, actually it's sleepy time. So we'll find out. We'll find out together. We've got this red section, or this red piece. Kind of like a marker. Look at that. Now flipping back to the other side. See, working on some of the structure here. Just some of that little flooring foundational area. Should have another one by food somewhere. I thought it was over here initially. Right here. Oh, we'll have more than just that one. Here we have that section. We'll flip it back over. See what we're missing over here. This song is going in both of my ears at different times, which is really interesting. That should... No, that was probably right. Just like that. Sky, oh, and then the trapezoid. This actually comes over one more. I think we're looking like that. Flip it back over. We'll check our work here with the top. Got a 1x6 here. Alright, that shape. Oh, and we're gonna have some corner trim as well. We've got 3 little flat triangular pieces. They look like they're the same color gray. They're just hiding from me. Oh, and then this guy. Oh. I did not put that L on the right way. Not in the slightest. Oops. So that's interesting because this all needs to be moved over. I was kind of wondering, especially about this 1x6 here. It did not seem like it really added much structurally. So let's see. There we go. We stick all that together. This guy goes on. We got the L in the corner. And then these triangles fit in right here. And we got no overlap from below. We just got our one little white stud in the corner over here, which is shown. Let's see, this guy comes in this way, and we've actually got a little heart. A little heart piece. If I'm looking at it correctly. Looks like it's supposed to attach that way. Do a little bit more, covering up some overlapping. And this guy. Getting quiet and trying to figure out how this actually goes. You know, if I'm telling, I'm very confident that this is correct. No, I'm actually getting there. But as usual, we'll fact check with what's on the bottom here. That should help flesh us out a little bit.
Let me tell you this, folks. I had 3 clients today, and I still got like 5 assignments done.
Yeah.
I am on my freaking grind.
She's on her grind.
That's it. I just wanted to share that with
That's
you.
it. Hannah has been working hard.
I'm proud.
Hannah's been working hard all week. Been on her grind. What are we looking at here? Another L shape that goes up. Okay, that is correct. We got a little 1x1 tan. This footprint is also pretty big. So I believe this is gonna this whole piece is gonna end up being our next half of the level we've been working on. That's not right. It's this guy. Like that. this guy also is supposed to have you on the bottom. Just like that. Okay, now we got tiling, which is one of my favorite parts. It adds support everywhere. Part of a magic band that holds the key to a good time is known as the whiz key. The whiz key. Pretty good. Let's see. I was trying to get rid of all of my dead batteries the other day, Opti. I was actually giving them away. They're all free of charge. They're all free of charge. The dead batteries. that was one of the dad jokes in the book for today. For this weekend. I thought that one was pretty funny. That one got a bigger chuckle than me from some of the others. That's why I remembered it. Let's see. Okay, we're getting to the end of this section of tiling here. Don't remember any of the other ones though, so maybe we'll be back tomorrow with another. Look at that. I think that's everything for that top step there. Don't see anything I'm quite obviously missing yet. I'll move down to the next tiling section here. I don't have any more in the chamber, unfortunately. Oops. Looks like we're leaving an empty stud right here, interestingly enough. Sure I've got the right trapezoidal pieces. That is not the right one. That one. Oh, that is the right one. It's just oriented differently. Here we go. Okay, I think that's everything for this step. A husband and a wife planned their kitchen renovations for the week. Oh, yes, you did tell us this one yesterday. The pantry. You wanted a pantry. Hanging up all the pans on the tree. that one was a little bit of a slower burn for me. So you wanted a pantry, and I was reading it, and I was like, I'm gonna have to ask. I'm not gonna get this one. And then I did. I got to the end, and I was like, there it is. That one's pretty good. It's pretty good. Instructions unclear. Hands in the tree. All right, yeah. So this is really shaping up to look like the other. The other side that we started out with. Just gonna go the other way. Nice. All right. Put this guy right here so y'all can kind of see what we're doing, since Now we're going to be working at a little bit of a smaller scale. Well, parts of a smaller scale, I guess. I made some new bricks are in the little bag this time. Got our little tail light piece. We got a few more browns in this section. Okay, this should not be the one with the red. Got it. Those are here. Looks like we're building a little bit of an edge of a wall. Complete with our little marker section here. Here goes back. And a couple little one by one. We put one back here. And one up top. But then we got the flat plate on top as well. Nice. Just like that. We've got our little 2x1 plate and then our hinge pieces. Just like that. Just got a little bit of a set right here. Just like that. Back on the back here. Got some more grates. Little green highlights for our micro scale buildings hanging out. Just like that. And we're working on a little extension too. This mason will be doing the same kind of thing we did earlier. There's the U piece. It goes facing the back. We've got our other hinge here. It's probably going to give us the same direction here. We'll be curving inwards. Similar technique again. For ease of alignment. And then we've got one more little piece over here. Well, at least one more. Tail lights here. Like that. Our little tail lights are facing out. Okay, we do have a little bit more in this section. Gotta make sure everything's flush and reinforced here. We do have our rails here. once, twice. Oh, and that is, we actually have no extra parts in this bag. There we are. Now over here, have to be a little bit careful. Make sure we know how this is supposed to set, because it'll be here. We don't have anything to clip into place, I don't believe. But let's see. I guess this corner here sits on the ground. And we've got this bottom. Oh, that's quite right, actually. This bottom third piece is going to sit there. See, that doesn't quite sit right. There we go. Try to make sure we're in line. So this does move again. Just like the other one still moves. I don't know why. It's slightly concerning to me, but we'll see if we see a step in here that kind of stoppers it or anything. Moving on to bag number 41. This based on the pieces in the bags, I believe this is going to be more trim and columns. I don't know what's going to be in this room. We'll find out soon enough. But this is starting out exactly the same as one of our other bags as well. There is. Oh, I was looking for that masonry brick and I didn't see it because it's not on there. Let's kind of work our way to it. Got two 1x4s. And another 1x2 with the front part, and then right next to that is a brick. It's gonna face this way. What's up, devils? Welcome in. We're working on Minas Tirith. We're on bag number, we just opened bag number 41. Let me show you where we are so far. I can't show you the whole thing because I've got the front wall and gate up on my desk up here, which is out of frame. I try and do a good job of showing it at the beginning and end of the stream, all connected. But here is like the interior as we have it so far. So we built like this first layer, and these walls actually we built after the fact and slid in, which was really neat. And then we just finished today. All we've done, I think, is this setup here, which is actually the bedroom if we turn it around. You can't really see it too well because it's got the windows in the wall. But this is the bedroom, the balcony where Gandalf and Pippin watched Osgiliath burn. We've got the throne room with Denethor, and he's got his tomatoes down here. I got Pippin down here as well. We've got our two King of Gondor statues. The blend between micro scale and mini scale has been really, really cool to get to play out. And then we've only done a bit. So we're building the section that's going to go up here next. We've only done a bit of like the actual mountain, but then this will get built up as well. And then I think the last section, the last layer, I think we'll have another little layer of walls, and then it'll be the terrace up top. So we're definitely making some progress. I'll show you, I don't have them all set up to integrate yet, but I'll pull them all together at the end of the stream. But here is the front gate. So that goes, and the door's open. And that goes right in front of here, right? And then there are another couple big walls that go on either side. Here's one of them, and it connects somewhere. Oh, it connects to the it connects right here. And then there's another one that goes on this side. And then the whole thing that I just showed y'all fits right here. So this all surrounds it. So it's like the first tier. It's really cool. Got like a little market on the inside of this one. So Devils, we're working on Minas Tirith right now. However, hang on, let me put this away. Got a little chicken here. However, back here in the back, we do have Rivendell. Haven't started on it yet, but that's going to be next. However, I got to finish Minas Tirith first, and I have to make sure I have a home for it to live in. I thought I had a spot for it to go. The Concord set is proving to be a little bit difficult in making it work. We'll figure it out. We'll find a home for it. She is very jockey. I've got an idea. I've got a vision. Also, happy Canada Day, by the way. I've got a vision of there's an IKEA display case, and it's a glass case. I think Minas Tirith would fit on top pretty well. Rivendell would fit inside pretty well, but there's a glass shelf in the middle, and you can remove it. I think Rivendell is just a little bit too tall for the case to have the shelf in it, but it's not like tall enough for it to fill up the entire inside space. So then you're wasting a lot of space. So I got to think about it and see. I'm kind of hoping that it takes me long enough to put these all together that somebody finds a case that's perfectly fitted for both of them. But we'll see. I don't really intend to get Barad-dûr or the Shire. They're really cool, but these are big enough, I think. I think Minas Tirith and Rivendell are the two like really, really neat ones. Let's see. I think we finished this one. I think we finished this page. We'll find out fairly soon if we didn't. But we've just been building it in short bursts. So this is stream number 7, I believe, of our Minas Tirith build. So we've definitely been at it for a little while, but I've really been only streaming it for 2-3 hours at a time. I haven't been super consistent in the stream schedule recently. We've gotten pretty busy. But I said, I do want this to be preserved. So I said it's only right to live stream it, even if it's in a few segments. Definitely would be a little bit difficult to do all in one sitting. I think Rivendell is probably going to end up being the same way. Okay, no, that's not going to prevent it. Where's my rep? Rivendell is probably going to be the same way, where we'll do it in short bursts instead of trying to sit down and do it all in one sitting. I did really consider doing this one and or Rivendell kind of like in the living room, like sitting down in the living room watching Lord of the Rings in the background and just putting it together, not really worrying about streaming it or anything, but I figured the people needed to know, needed to be preserved. It warrants documentation. All right, we're doing a little bit of this, some, I guess I'll call it additional trim on this little wall we've got here. This is going to be one of the interior walls at the back, I think, based on kind of the orientation we're setting up. I do think we're gonna run into it. This is really interesting because the last one we did was a bedroom, so we had a lot of furniture and stuff on the inside that we put in here first. This one, we have not. We've only got these little rails on the inside right now, so I don't know what's gonna go in this room, but it does look like we're skipping on to the next steps, where we're working on wall trim and then we're gonna do railing. So we'll see. We'll get there. We'll figure out what's inside. Let's see. We got a 1x3 and a 1. These are a pain to line up. We've dealt with it so far. Yeah, I had to. It's been since before the Artemis launch. So since March, since I had streamed before I decided to do some Lego builds. So we did the Snoopy's doghouse build as kind of a precursor to make sure I still remembered how to do everything. But I pretty much had to rebuild my setup. I went and updated everything. I transitioned to the new version of the audio software and had to rebuild a lot more than I was expecting to have to. But we're here now. So actually, we should actually sound better with the new audio software. I think my noise gate is too good. But that's okay. The only difference now is I can't monitor my audio because the new version of the Wavelength audio software gives me a delay in monitoring of my voice. So I always used to have my own voice in my ears, and now I can't do that anymore without stumbling over every single word. But it's okay. Some sacrifices have to be made. Where's my 2x2? It's like I just saw it. I need a flat guy. I got a masonry brick. I don't remember. I guess it's in the big bag this time. Yeah. And another 1x1 on top. I saw 1x3. There it is. And then another masonry. Oh, that goes on the other side. I thought it told me to put it on top. Ooh. So here's what we're working with, this little section of wall. Does have some brick elements. Okay, this is gonna go, I gotta get my bearings again. It's gonna go right over here. Oh, that's why they put this here. That's why they put that brown piece there, so I could get my bearings. We got that guy set up. Working on a little bit more wall. This is gonna go right here. And then right here is where we're gonna build. Okay, I was trying to make sure I got my bearings. Sometimes setting these at an angle can be a little bit disorienting. I'm trying to make sure both me and you guys have the right perspective on the angle, and that can prove to be a little bit challenging. I think I got a 1x2 with a little window pattern here. There's all kinds of neat little printed pieces in this set, or even if they're not printed pieces, neat little pieces that that go together and work really well with the micro scale houses and areas. I'm gonna orient this the other way, just so I know what I'm looking at. My L-shaped piece was hiding. Okay, so that now is structurally stable. We should have a flat 1x3 somewhere. Not seeing it here. There it is. It's also hiding from me. 1x4. Another masonry block. Those have ended up looking so good in all of this white. Little brick pieces that are scattered around here and there. They're not overused, they're not underused. Okay, now we're going to work on some pillars. Here's what we just put together from the instruction book's perspective. It's got kind of a little corner tower over there. We have done a few of these before, so this should be a breeze, he says, very confidently, definitely optimistically. I got a couple 1x2s here. The alignment in this section is a little bit tough to get to. We'll be able to get there. It just takes me a minute to make sure everything looks good. I was thinking maybe we would get through this section before the end of stream tonight. I don't know that that's going to be true, as I'm kind of looking at the time and seeing where we're sneaking up to. I think we're definitely going to finish this bag, and then I'll kind of look and see. As much as I want a firm ending point, I don't want to be up forever either. We've always got tomorrow. Look at that. And then our pillars, our columns. We've got 3 of these. And they like to run away. There's your columns, so we'll attach them there and kind of make sure they're consistently centered, somewhat consistently. They're not going to be perfect, but there they are. And those are going to go right over here next to this wall. And these can be a little bit tough to see. Actually, that looks pretty good. I guess since there's nothing behind the wall, y'all can see pretty well what we did there. Another set does not show us what we're going for here, but we're building up more columns and a little I don't want to call it a terrace. That's the word I'm thinking of, but that's not exactly what it is. Just little patterning on the top. We have used this technique already as well. Then we have this guy. There are holes on the sides. Just like that. Got our little quarter circle plates going in as well. Trying to make sure these are also very get aligned, and they look worse than they are just given the shadows on camera. Got a couple more of these pillars to work. The runaway pillars. thought I heard a cat in here, but I don't know where. Okay, and then these are gonna go right here. They're kind of standing on their own right now. Okay, and then we've got the extras on the sides. These are the ones that I said they're kind of supported by the bottom, but on the last one that we built when we did these, they weren't like super held into anything from the top, which was interesting. They didn't click in from the top. It was just kind of friction. I guess it's okay, just as long as you're watching out. But these go on either side to add a fourth pillar. All right. There we have it. We've got our corner wall here that I think is... I heard that. I think that was a bit of a song. I think we've experienced that before. I feel like I remember that. Maybe it was the beginning of the song. This is going to be kind of an edge wall, corner wall, that we're going to add some trim to in a moment. That'll go right here. So we're almost connected. We just got the corner, which now we're connected. I believe I'm hearing fireworks. I don't know for sure. I do believe that's what's going on. Yeah, so see here, now this part is just helping via friction. Nothing really clicked in there, which is interesting. But I guess it holds. Might be a little bit wobbly, but you're not really trying to get in there, especially after the supports go in. Or the trim, which is what we're going to put in now. So this is going to connect to the trim we've got on the lower level. But it also kind of covers up that pillar a little bit, so it's not really too prone to being knocked over too hard. Unfortunately, I did not stick that in the right place. So I got a few extra pieces over here, but I don't think I got enough to be concerned over. None that I'm looking at and saying that should not be extra. All right. And that little trim piece there, if you can see when the light hits it right, it's got that little leaf there. And it's consistent with what we've got over here. Bag number 42. Bag number 42, it looks like, and I am staying conscious of ad break time. We've got about 2 minutes till the ads come through. I'm thinking that bag 44, 45 is going to be where this room gets complete. But I think we're at least going to see it through this one, which is 42. Because it looks like this is going to flesh out some of the interior of the room. I know the next couple bags can maybe be a little bit slow going. I remember being like, I feel like we're almost done, and then still having a couple bags. Okay, so we need the piece without rails. And this guy, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, Mac Builds Bricks, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, oh my goodness. That is a good chunk of people. Hi guys. All right, so here's a dilemma. Zach, welcome in. Let me give you a shout out. It might already have done it. Oh my gosh, I can't even find my. I can't even find my there we are. My keyboard is way up here for the stream. I need to introduce myself. The dilemma is y'all are about to run into some ads. I don't run pre-rolls on this channel, but I do run 3 minutes of ads an hour, so that y'all don't have to run into those. And I've got an incoming ad break in 30 seconds, and it will not let me snooze it. We've done pretty good about taking breaks during these. I am going to quickly go ahead and do my intro, though, and talk to y'all, and I'll show y'all where we are. But I'll try not to say anything crazy in this 3 minutes that y'all are about to get ads. Oh my gosh. Mr. Cry, thank you for those bits. Let's see who that Pokemon is. This is from Gold. I don't know if you guys could hear that audio, but our weird little robot voice just read that to us. This has got to be Bulbasaur. I feel like that's way too easy though. Seed on its back is filled with nutrients. Seed grows steadily larger as its body grows. I think it's Bulbasaur's because Ivysaur's is a flower and Venusaur's is a big flower. Yeah, just in time for ads, I know. It is. It's number 1, Bulbasaur. So we try and take, and I know the ads are going, so y'all probably can't. You'll probably can't hear me if y'all are here. We've had the worst luck with timing the other day. No, Mac, it's okay. Y'all had no way of knowing. So I don't run. I try to stay away from pre-roll ads, right? But the way to do that is to avoid pre-rolls. You've got to run 3 minutes of ads every hour. The problem with that right now is there are options. there used to be options to snooze ads. Those options are gone for me now. So I don't know if that's a Twitch-wide thing that they're working on or what, but here we are. It says our ad break is gonna end in an hour and not an hour, not that many ads. 1 minute 41 seconds. Can y'all hear that? From Leaf Green. This has got to be something from Gen 3, I think. I'm thinking this is Cacnea. It could be Cacturn, though, but I think Cacturns is probably a little bit more ominous. We have Pokédex entries for bits, by the way. If you 100 is from Gen 1, 200 is Gen 2, and then it is Cacnea. There we go. Oh my gosh. There's so much stuff happening. Okay, first and foremost, Anonymous, oh my gosh. Thank you guys so much, Mac. Thank you for the raid. I assume y'all were building. There's so many things going on in here. There's so many things going on in here. That was our friend Flameheart, which happens when anybody donates to our Extra Life fundraiser. Thank y'all for hanging out and for checking in. Matt, thank you for the raid. I know y'all have just been building for a little while. Feel free to go raid and run, get some stuff done that you've got to after stream. I will ask, what were y'all building today? If you're still hanging around, and if not, that's okay. We can go check. The Trendsetter and Zach the Tagalong. Thank you guys so much for all the bits and the donations. So if y'all don't know, which y'all probably don't if y'all are new here, somebody has found it already. We raise money here for Extra Life to support my local children's hospital, which is Children's of Alabama. All of our Twitch proceeds get turned around and go up to support Children's of Alabama. I stream because it's fun and not to try and make money, and I want to give back what we get here to somebody that can do better than I can with the money. My words are not coming out right now. Thank you guys for hanging out. You walk so the rest of us could run. It's lunchtime in Australia, another brickin'. It's lunchtime in Australia, but I've been up watching WC Game watching World Cup games, so it's second bedtime for this hobbit. I feel you. I had a good few friends that were watching the U.S. game this evening. Thank y'all for hanging out through the ads. We've been trying. I'll kind of give y'all a rundown, and then I'll kind of tell y'all what's going on here. I've just been talking and talking. It's going on. So Twitch has two options. Either you get pre-roll ads on the channel, or you run 3 minutes of ads an hour and nobody gets pre-rolls. I don't like people having to worry about pre-rolls, because if you're coming into the stream for the first time, or you're switching in between multiple streams, you sit through however many ads every time you refresh the page or every time you come in, and it's annoying for people that are trying to find raids. It's annoying for people trying to come in for the first time. So I run 3 minutes of ads an hour. Unfortunately, right now, generally there's a way to snooze those. Since I've started back streaming with this Minas Tirith build, the snooze option has been gone for me. I feel like we have hit the worst luck with new people coming in raids the past couple days, and it being like 5 minutes before ads, and it's like I can't even do anything about it. So I really appreciate you guys sticking around. Like I said, there's not too much I can do about it that I've been able to find yet, but Mr. Hral, there we go. Feel free to call me Santa. Zach, Mr. Hral, everybody that's followed, thank y'all for coming in and saying hi. My follow alerts are anonymous. I don't want to call y'all out if y'all feel like y'all just want to hang out and lurk. So we're not going to do that here if y'all just want to lurk. But it's just a way to show appreciation to you. Thank y'all for the Extra Life donations. I very much appreciate that. A very good way to give back to Children's of Alabama. Like I said during the ads, y'all may have missed it. I turn around 100% of proceeds to the stream to Extra Life to support my local children's hospital, because I want to do this for fun. I've got a full-time job, so anything we make here, I want to try and give back to somebody that can do better than I can with it. So Extra Life has been what we've been doing for the past, basically as long as I've been streaming, the past 3 years, and we built up to a big Extra Life game day. We used to do 25-hour straight stream over daylight savings time. I got married last year, and figured I should probably take a little bit of a step back from doing anything that crazy. So last year we did a 13-hour stream over daylight savings time in November. We're gearing up to probably do that again this year. It has been a little bit more slow going because we have been really busy this year. So that's where we'll get into what we're doing now. I had not streamed probably since March, till a couple weeks ago. And then I picked up this Lego set, this Lego Lord of the Rings set called Minas Tirith, which is what we're building right now. And I said, this is a big enough undertaking that I think it would be a really fun thing to stream. So I set everything back up. We built our Lego Snoopy set to make sure I still knew how to stream. And this is stream number 7 of Lego Minas Tirith. So let me show you guys where we are. By the way, if y'all are coming in from Max Stream, what were y'all up to today? I assume y'all were building something. What were y'all building? Oh, we just finished? Did y'all, like, literally just now? That's awesome. You used to have a full-time job till I didn't need one anymore. Streaming is fun. I applaud your generosity in the charity. It definitely is fun. I just, especially like now, I'll still say an early streamer, right? I don't want to view it as a job, because I feel like that can turn into something, especially starting out, like a lot more frustrating and a lot more taxing on both you and the viewers, right? Because if I'm sitting here going live trying to find ways to make ends meet through you guys, then that feels very weird, especially pretty early on. So that's at least why we do it, and especially if I've got a full-time job, right? We want to turn around all the proceeds that we can. We finished the set. That's awesome. That's so we just started. I literally just opened bag 42 out of 60, I believe. So here's what we've been working on. Y'all have now seen this before. Did y'all do it all in one sitting, or did y'all? Half of me hopes y'all did, and half of me hopes y'all didn't, because I do not want to think of how my back would feel after doing this in one sitting. We've got kind of this interior wall set. This stream so far, multiple streams, took them all month. Okay, good. I was gonna feel very bad. We've built Pippin's room today. We built Pippin. Look at this. We got Mr. Denethor down here. I know this is a weird angle. But we've got Denethor. We did the throne room last stream yesterday. And up here, welcome in Ringbot. Welcome in, you guys. We've got kind of the bedroom that we built. That's got the mantle and everything. And the section we're working on now is what's going to go up here. I don't know what's going to go in the room, but I think we're going to find out in this bag 42. But here it is. I do have the front section. My desk is my desk plus my table is not really big enough to have all of them together in one place the whole time I'm building. So like right now I've got the front wall and the gate separated. Hello.
Hi.
Separated and on my desk up here. But we try and pull them all together at the beginning of stream and at the end of stream. This is Hannah. This is my wife. She's coming to visit.
New people?
I do. I have a lot of new people. The person that raided just finished the set.
Oh.
Which is really cool.
No, you're getting like a rerun.
Not in one. Yeah, it's like a rerun. This is like the discount version. But, well, so let's see. One sitting, that's an amazing thought. Kathy says he's missing 2 pieces. Oh no. Kathy, stop telling the nice man about Mac missing pieces. Like, did he realize, like, I mean, were there 2 pieces that he was missing from the set along the way? Or did he get to the end and was like, these are 2 big pieces that I should have put somewhere in here and I don't know where they go? Because we have run into that a couple times. Like, I've got to the end of a bag and it's like, okay, I've got like 12 extra pieces and most of them are not very small and I've had to go back and figure out where I missed them. At the end, Lego messed up. So I've been saying this the whole time we've been building this. And I hope I'm not manifesting anything bad. I feel like every Lego set I build, there's at least one step in a set like this. It's probably more, right? That I'm looking and I'm like, I can't find the piece I'm looking for. It's finally happened. Like Lego's messed up and they've missed a piece and I'm not going to be able to finish the set. And then like 3 steps down the road, I'm like looking through and it's like, it was in front of my face the whole time. And, or like I put the wrong piece somewhere and I had to find the right one and I messed up. I have yet to have Lego mess up anything. So hopefully my set isn't, knock on wood. Hopefully my set isn't the same way and we'll get to the last section and have a couple missing pieces. But the bright side is I've heard Lego is very good about sending you replacements if something like that does happen. I do have a whole lot of really small extra pieces in this set, and I haven't found any problems or anything that I've missed yet. I assume we'll stumble across them if it happens.
I came to ask you a question.
What question?
For our coffee thing, do you want to do brunch or like afternoon?
I figured afternoon.
Okay.
We are for those of y'all that are new, I'm a very big I'm gonna say coffee. Yes, takes about 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm gonna say coffee nerd, but I'm gonna follow it up with what Hannah's saying in the background. I'm a very big coffee snob. So I've got a subscription from a roaster that used to be local to me. I've just gotten into espresso over the past couple of years. I do pour overs and manual brew. I have accumulated enough coffee beans that I need another way to get rid of them than just me drinking them. So we're gonna have a bunch of folks over and showcase different brew methods and different beans and how everything is gonna taste. So we're starting to work through that logistically. I have not planned near as much as I should. But it'll be a lot of fun. We do brew every once in a while on stream, but it's usually for the game day stream. I'll bring in a little bit of a setup and brew some coffee. We did it with the coffee siphon once upon a time, but it is a lot to bring in here and worry about. So that's what we were talking about. I think that's everything. Oh, the other thing I'll say, we don't just do Lego builds here, but before we started Minas Tirith, like I said, it had been since probably March since I had streamed. We mostly streamed Sea of Thieves and a lot of Nintendo games or indie games. But like I said, we got pretty busy over the spring. I went to go see the Artemis rocket launch back in April, and then have really not been streaming since then. So we came back to build this. We built the Snoopy's doghouse, and something you guys might be excited about too. Back in the back here, I'm sitting on my feet. Back in the back here, I don't know if y'all can see this or if y'all recognize this. I just picked up Rivendell for double points week a couple weeks ago. So after Minas Tirith is done and it has a home, we've got another giant set to build on stream. This is by far the biggest Lego build I have ever done. Minas Tirith is 8,200 something pieces. The next biggest set I have built is the Lego SLS Artemis rocket, which was 3,600 pieces, and it's in the other room. So this is the biggest by double. And we did the SLS in one sitting, and it took like 11 hours. And that was when I was like, I'm not doing anything bigger than that in one sitting. Do you stream every day? So right now it's pretty much whenever I have time, right? This week I've been getting home from work, eating dinner, and then I'm in Central Time. So I've been going live probably about 6:30 or 7 Central Time and just going for 2 or 3 hours, whatever feels natural. So I don't lose too much sleep before work. That being said, when stuff comes up, I've had a little bit of a lapse. So I think I did 2 or 3 streams, and then I had about a week last week that I didn't end up being able to really do any, and then a week later I picked them back up. So I think we're going on 3 or 4 days straight now. But I do intend to be back live tomorrow. I'm not sure about Friday yet because we are coming up on the Independence Day holiday. But I think we'll probably be able to squeeze something in Friday, and then Saturday we'll probably be off. But right now it's Sunday evenings, pretty consistent, and then weekday evenings mostly pretty consistent. I try to let y'all know if I've got something I know of that's coming up that I'm gonna have to miss a stream. But we are in the home stretch. We're in the last box. We're on bag 43. We should realistically only have like 4 streams before we finish. I'm gonna knock on wood. We'll see what happens, of course, but hopefully we'll only have another week or so left. But yeah, generally this time frame is probably around when I'm ending normally. Let me look and see what time it is. Yeah, it's almost 10 for me. I was planning on finishing up this bag and wrapping it up. We will go ahead and start working on this bag a little bit more. We'll see where we land after this bag. I may do one more bag after this one, and then we'll wrap it up. I really wanted to try and finish this section here to be able to integrate it with the rest, but I don't think I need to be up late enough for that. I do have a normal day at work tomorrow, but I'm off on Friday. So tomorrow, if we go live, then we may be around for a little bit longer. We'll find out. Mr. Crawl, dinner is waiting. I need to head out. Have a great dream. Have a great stream. Have a great stream and a great dream. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you guys for coming in with the raid and for all the love and all the follows and stuff. I really appreciate it. I'm going to keep working on this a little bit. I will try and provide as much color commentary as I can. And we'll see what we can get through before we put up for the evening. It looks like here, I'm not sure what's going to be in this room. We did do some of the pillaring and the side structure earlier than we did a stream. That makes, well, I'll be going to bed after stream, so maybe I'll have some nice streams too. Up here, we had done was a bedroom. This looks like it's going to be a bookshelf, which is really neat. I will say, this is kind of off topic, but I mentioned I've got Rivendell over here. I don't have any of the other Lord of the Rings sets save for the Balrog book nook. I do have, and that one's out on the bookshelf over there, and that one's really pretty. I have toyed with the idea of a light kit. Really, for Rivendell was my first thought. Minas Tirith would be really cool. I haven't really kept up with if there's a decent light kit out there for it or not, but that seemed like it would be a couple really neat sets for him. The Balrog one also seemed like it would be cool, but I think the light kits for that set are as expensive as the set itself, which is not great. But I mean, for these, obviously they're much bigger sets. They're bigger light kits, but it's not quite a proportional scale. So, all right, let's do. So this looks like a bookshelf, and I was kind of surprised we didn't have a bookshelf in the other bedroom. That's really neat. That's really pretty. That's a cool way to do it. Okay, and now we're putting the sliding rail piece on, if I can find it somewhere. Uh-oh, there it is. So the rail will go on top, and then this goes up against the wall on here. Let's see if I can figure out which wall. It's gonna go right on top of this brown piece we put in here earlier. Right here at the back, we've got the bookshelf sitting up where the rail's facing outwards. Nice. Oh, we got a little table. Oh, I know what this is. This is the room that Gandalf went to in, I think it was early in Fellowship, to study to figure out if the ring was what he thought it was, if it was the One Ring or if it was something else. This is the little record room. That's cool. So this is maybe where we'll stick our Gandalf. Well, I don't know, because it's our Gandalf the White minifigure, not our Gandalf the Gray. Here's Gandalf the Gray. I do kind of wish we had the Flame edition of Denethor. That's okay. We've got this really neat. Oh, that's the wrong one. We've got this really neat. It's like a minifigure head. It's gonna be a little bit tough to see on this camera. It's gonna be a little bit tough to see on both cameras, but it's clear. And I was kind of eyeing it, trying to figure out what it was gonna be. I was thinking, like, I know the Galileo set gift we purchased, which I unfortunately missed out on, was it had a globe. And I thought that was really, really neat. It was a minifigure head. I thought this was the piece I was looking for. However, it's not wanting to set all the way in there. It's kind of unfortunate. I mean, I guess we can. I'm trying to look and see if I've got a different piece. I've got a pretty wide. Okay. Well, we'll just set it on top. We'll kind of balance it there. We might have to mess around with it a little bit. Yeah, because I don't see a way for that to set in there. Oh, I skipped a step. Look at this. See, where the discount Lego goes. I was like, there's no way this is supposed to just go in there and it'd be the same piece. I should probably put the other pieces on. There we go. Now it's kind of our inkwell. And we've got a few additional books, it appears. I want to make sure this is oriented correctly. We've got a little, it's like a little script, like a little recipe. Like that. We got our little books. We're gonna stack them up over here. And just like that. That's a neat little, whoa. That's a neat little touch. I'm forgetting where the camera is. Let's see where this goes. It goes in the other corner. So let's see. If y'all are looking, y'all can see right in there. Oh, I'm gonna turn the quill. And this should go. You can see me in both cameras right now. Should go right there in the corner. Nice. Oh, we got more books. Okay, this is really cool. The little library. I am a fan of this. What's up, Opti? Opti, we're building the little library, the record room that Gandalf went into. Apparently, someone spoke up for public servers for various games, including Minecraft, and claims they're illegal. I feel like, I mean, I can see some games, some folks having problems with, but like I feel like Minecraft especially, the devs have been very community driven and open to things like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if that doesn't end up going anywhere. Do I have another one of those heads? What's up, Teriyaki? Teriyaki has claimed last. Teriyaki, we're still going. Teriyaki, we're still going. Okay, so this is interesting. And I actually may have to look through. Oh my gosh, I'm putting the wrong kind of pieces everywhere. I got too excited about this little guy. I did not even realize he wasn't part of the quill set. So the quill and ink set was just the bottom section. And this little head goes over here by the books. And it looks like a coffee pot. I'm sure that's not what it's supposed to be, but that is what it looks like. Welcome to LEGO, where you can't find a one piece you need, and 20 minutes after you put it in the wrong spot. That is not the first time that's happened this build. I will just say, it's part of the fun of being here. So there it is, the little coffee pot. It's probably supposed to be a lantern, like an oil lamp or something. We got a little book to build here. That's an awfully hot coffee pot. Yeah, it's making rings on the table. They didn't even put it on a coaster. How dare. How dare. Okay, we got our little book. Let me show y'all. It's blank right now. It's Gandalf's journal. This goes on top. Oh, I was gonna say there's nothing for it to connect to, but it connects to the coffee pot. It clips on to the coffee pot. That's cool. Look at that. Now we got the book on top. And this is gonna go, oh, this is a cramped lower room. See, I feel like this looks like it's flush. Let me see if I can find another angle. No, it's definitely not flush, but it looks like it. Okay. This is gonna go right over here next to the bookshelf. Y'all can't see that well at all, can you? It's gonna go right there next to the bookshelf. We're gonna push it down. Just wanted to make sure y'all could see. Try not to mess up the coffee pot either. What was a coffee beverage you posted on Instagram? Oh, it was just an espresso tonic. I had some extra tonic water from last summer. They're in can. It's fine. In the fridge, and it's been hot outside, so I just decided to make one. I usually will put some like a lime or an orange slice in it, but really it's just tonic water and then a shot of espresso that goes over it, and then whatever else. Like, yeah, if you've got a lime or grapefruit or anything like that is always good to add. But the spoon that I poured the espresso shot over the tonic water, I actually got a couple of questions today about what the purpose of the spoon was. It's not just to be fancy. Here's this little guy we're putting together, B2W. It is because if I just pull the shot straight in, or I pour the whole espresso shot straight in on top of the tonic water and the ice, then I think it's something with the crema or the speed of the pour. It overflows with foam very quickly. And the spoon, I think, helps break up some of that crema. At least that's my theory. A lot of people swear by it, and so far it's worked out pretty well for me. I haven't really gotten any crazy spillage pouring it over the spoon. I never had you chill the espresso. I do not, but because there's ice in there, then I mean, I don't chill it before I put it in, but the whole drink is chilled and cold. So Oh, this is a lamp. What was it? The last thing must have been a coffee pot. Gandalf drinking his coffee and reading his book by lamplight before bed. I took the opportunity last summer to kind of work on espresso tonics because I discovered them pretty much last year and was like, oh my gosh. So now every time I go to a cafe, that's pretty much that or a cappuccino are my go-tos. I can never really pass up an espresso tonic. I feel like they've got pretty conflicting reviews. I feel like people either love them or hate them. So I will give you that disclaimer, but I think they're great. I think this summer I need to work on my iced pour-overs. It has been a while since I've made an iced pour-over. Big Amish, welcome in. Welcome in, Big Amish. Let me get this little piece added to this Lego set, and I'll kind of tell y'all what we're up to today if y'all haven't gathered. Okay, we got this little guy, this little table desk with our lamplight and our scroll. In the archives of Minas Tirith, Gandalf found a silver scroll which proved essential in identifying the One Ring. And this is gonna go over here. See if you can see that over on this wall. Big Amish, thank you for coming in with the raid. How was your stream? What were y'all up to tonight? Give me 1 second to put this guy in, and I'll give a proper introduction. Make sure I don't lose my train of thought too fast. So here's what we've got so far in this little room. Oh, y'all can't see that very well at all. How about this? Here's what we have so far in this little room. Got our bookshelf over there. We got a few little tables. It's Gandalf's records room. Big Amish, it was good. Just played some ATS and checking out the state of Illinois. Nice. I don't know what ATS stands for. Did it give you a shout out? Oh my gosh, Roadrunner, welcome in. Look at this. We got a bunch of people in here. Let me give you American Truck Simulator. Thank you. That would have. I don't know if I would. I know of American Truck Simulator. I don't think I ever would have got there though. Thank you. If you guys are new here, my name is Tommy. I'm a family-friendly charity streamer. We raise money here to support my local children's hospital, which is Children's of Alabama. I've got a command in here. I had a button for it once upon a time, but I don't know where all my buttons went. That's where we turn around all of our stream proceeds to. Today, and for the past like 2 or so weeks, we have been building the heftiest Lego set I've ever built. Let me show y'all what we're working with right now. This is Lego Minas Tirith, or this is approximately like maybe a little bit more than a third of Lego Minas Tirith. This is stream number 7. And this is the biggest Lego Lord of the Rings sets that's been released. It came out at the beginning of June. And here's the back side of it. The front side is micro scale, and the back side is minifigure scale with a lot of different rooms and scenes. So like down here is Denethor's throne room with his tomatoes and his chicken and Pippin. We got our 2 statues of the Gondor kings. Up top, I'm gonna set this down so I don't do anything silly. Up top here, Roadrunner, we were just talking coffee here for a little bit. Up here is a little bedroom that we built with the balcony that Pippin and Gandalf watched Osgiliath burn off of. And we are putting together what is eventually gonna go right here. This is Gandalf's little record room that he went to during the Fellowship of the Ring to identify the ring. Heard of Tommycox, never Tommy Spectrum. All the internet providers. I think we summoned Roadrunner talking coffee. We probably did. This is not all of it. There's also, let me turn it around and so I can kind of explain. This is not the first wall. There's a smaller wall that goes around the front and a gate. They're sitting in front of me, underneath you guys, on my regular desk because it is too big to have all of it assembled together while I'm building other things on this table. But here's the gate. It goes right down in front. And then we've got two of these that also connect to either side of the gate, and they go in front. And this one I like showing people because it's got the chicken. It's got the little market, the farmer's market. It's pretty cool. So we've got a lot of Legos here. This Lego set is 8,200 pieces, a little over 8,200, a little under 8,300. The biggest Lego set I've done before this was 3,600, and that was the big orange Artemis rocket. I don't know what I just said, but I think something was wrong with what I just said. The biggest set I did before this was the Lego Artemis SOS rocket. It was 3,600 pieces. So this is more than double the size. Like I said, this is stream number 7. We've just been going for 2-3 hours a night and just building what we can while I've got the time. Amish says, hey, to raid and run. I hope you have a great night. Enjoy that build. Love Lego. Amish, thank you so much for the raid. If y'all don't know who Big Amish is, y'all should definitely give him a follow. Very, very good people. And don't feel bad about having another raid and run. You're in the stream for a reason. Absolutely understand, because I'm usually in the stream and like I gotta go to bed. For me, it's 10:15, and I should be going to bed. Let's go back and start working on this bag. Evening raids do be like that. Yeah, evening raids do. Let me scroll up, make sure I didn't miss anything real quick. Oh gosh, where was I? Squam said it's an Amish raid. I like tonic and I like espresso, just never had combined. So there's a local shop that's doing sparkling Americanos this weekend for the 4th, which is really interesting. I've never had a sparkling, maybe I have had, I think I've had like cold brew and sparkling water once, and that was like pretty early in my coffee experience in college, and I was not a big fan. I do believe my tastes have very much changed since then, and it would definitely be worth trying again, I think. Okay, we've got Gandalf's chair sitting over here. I think that's, I don't know if that's where it's supposed to go, but I think it's good enough. I carbonated milk once, not trying that again. I wouldn't have tried it. I don't know. I'm sure, you know, I can't say anything because I'm sure that 3 a.m. on an Extra Life game day, if somebody had been like, hey, kind of like the banana crunch, if somebody had been like, hey, do you want to, if I donate $50 to Extra Life, would you carbonate milk and try it? Then I'm sure I probably would have said yes. So I can't say much. I do have the Soda Stream, and it gets used quarterly. It doesn't get used super often, but I have been trying to whip it out a little bit more recently. I actually read a thread the other day talking about espresso tonics, and someone mentioned that they make theirs with their Soda Stream, and they had like a sugar-free tonic syrup. I'm gonna keep that chair there. I'm not gonna mess with it. There we go. So there's our little candelabra. I really like the candelabras we've been building as well. I also have this guy to put in. It's kind of like an afterthought. He goes right here. No, this is the one piece. He goes sideways. He goes right here. Takes notes. Oh no. But yeah, I haven't really used a Soda Stream for much coffee-wise, other than just having like a carbonated water alongside. Not even like an espresso shot, like a pour over. I have not really done a lot of experimentation with even espresso. I usually will just do a pretty simple cappuccino or cortado. Latte art has been a struggle the last couple of years, but like I have not done a lot of drinking like straight espresso, only like once or twice. So I've still got a lot to learn, I think, because I mean I kind of got to get there if I want my espresso to get any better. Kathy, thank you for coming over the raid a little bit earlier. I appreciate you hanging around and watching with us. I do plan to be around tomorrow to continue the Lego Minas Tirith build. We're probably not long for this world tonight. I was thinking about moving on to bag 43. I think this one, bag 42, is probably the one after which I'm going to call it for the evening. So you won't miss too much tonight as sleep is approaching, and my work day is also approaching. It's just as quickly tomorrow. But we'll see what we end up doing tomorrow, because I mean, we'll at least go the normal amount of time, 2 or 3 hours ish. We may end up being able to go a little bit later though, since I don't work the next day. Get to sleep in a little bit. So but yeah, I appreciate you hanging around. Thank you so much for checking us out. I will have to think about when to start Ribbon Node. This is a really interesting technique of throwing these guys in here on the upside down 2x6. I've not really seen it before. It is pretty neat. We are, man, we're coming from 4 hours. Coming on 4 hours. I haven't streamed. I probably haven't streamed 3 hours straight since March. I know it's not that hard of an undertaking, but I've just been we've just been busy. Just been trying to work what I can. All right, there we go. We got those little caps on there, and then we've got, to top it all off, our little green bell. And this is actually part of a micro scale building over on this side, on the exterior of the wall. Is it on this side? Am I looking in the right place? I feel like I am. It's gotta face the other way, doesn't it? Oh, I see. There we are. Okay. So it's on the corner, but then it's all around. Nice, cool. Okay, we got a couple pieces of trim to do here to put together here on the outside in an area. Oh, I see. I did not skip a step there. Did I put that in the right place? Yes, okay. I'm getting too sleepy. I have oriented things all differently. Crisis averted. It's got some trim pieces to throw on here. I would imagine the next bag. Oh gosh, I didn't realize we were already there. I've got a few extra pieces. I do not believe they are anything to be worried about though. Kind of looking at what I have built. Let's see, let me take a look. I'm gonna wrap it up here. I was looking to see how much we're gonna have to worry about in bag number 43. It is 10:15 for me. My alarm goes off in 8 hours, which means I've got to shut down stream and everything. I've still got to do all the stuff around the house before we get to bed. I really appreciate you guys being around here. Before we finish out, I'm gonna go over here. We're gonna show y'all how far we got today. I'm gonna set this on top. I'm not going to actually attach it because we're gonna still need it. But for visual purposes, I'll just kind of show. Here's where we are. We've got a good bit more to do on this one still. We've got a lot of the upper area. We've got some trim still to work through, and we've got this wall on both the inside and on the outside here to work on. So I think bags 43 and 44 are probably going to consist of that, if not 45 as well. And then we'll have that section done. After that, I would guess we're probably going to build up a little bit more around the outside walls, maybe, because this isn't capped off yet. Everything else looks about finished. We'll be working on the mountain extending up this way. This will all be done because this is the part we're currently working on, Gandalf's study room. And then we'll have the very top portion. I think we're closer than we realize. I have only really got like 18 bags left. When I say it like that, it really seems like we're not that far off. Alas, I'm gonna put everything together so y'all can see what this looks like at the point we're at right now, while trying very hard not to break anything. See, I'm getting to the point now that these are on, like, I have been able at this point to reach over to my keyboard and type things, and I'm not going to be able to do that anymore. After tonight, the set's getting too tall. I will snap these into place. This is the moment y'all have been waiting for. This is the true progress gauge. Make sure this all goes in the right spot. All right, so here is officially how far we are. We've done pretty good. I wish I had, as I'm looking at the actual set over here, we are going to have the steeple up on the top too. I'm trying to remember if we've got even another layer before we get to the very top, but I don't know. So here's what we've got so far. We've got our front walls, we've got our gates, we've got our interior. We're working on the next layer of rooms here. And then around the back, y'all have already seen around the back, but I'll go ahead and show it again. Here's how far we've gotten. So we've made a lot of progress. I feel like we made a lot of progress. I mean, I guess it's been the past 4 years, but we're getting closer. I'm gonna find somebody to go raid. Oh, see, look what I said. I cannot reach around this and type. We're gonna go find someone to raid. We're gonna see who we can share the love with tonight. I really appreciate you guys hanging around and coming and saying hi. It's been a really cool night. What if we go make another new friend? Let's see who else is building Legos tonight. It's gonna take us a little bit just as I'm looking for somebody new. Oh, I've got somewhere we can go see, I think. Oh, this will be a cool one. This will be similar. So this is a new friend. So we've never been over here before. So I need y'all to show out. Oh yeah, okay. We're gonna go say hi. Let me type it before. We're gonna say hi to Assassin Zombie number 72. He is building Lego Rivendell today. So we haven't started Rivendell yet. So this will be a really cool one to watch. We're gonna go say hi to Mr. Zombie. He's got a lot of Lego sets behind him. This is really cool. What's up, Sloth? Welcome in. Sloth, we're just wrapping it up for tonight. Sloth, we're just wrapping it up. But we're gonna go make a new friend. A new Lego building friend. He's building Rivendell, which is our next setup to build. Make sure you guys go say hi to Assassin Zombie. I hope you guys have a good evening. We'll be back about the same time frame tomorrow, probably 6:37 or so, continuing this massive Lego build, Lego Minas Tirith. I hope you guys have a good night. Just a reminder, we are family friendly here, as we are going somewhere new. I don't know that Assassin Zombie is family friendly, so if that's something important to you, make sure y'all keep that in mind. I do highly encourage y'all to go say hi and to share the love. And I will see you guys tomorrow evening with some more Lego build. I hope you'll have a great night.